myself a very wise man. I consider myself a survivor. First of all, I want to thank all of you. I want to thank Wilwal and the rest of you who have made this event possible. I traveled from Toronto today at 5 a.m. in the morning so as to join you and share these moments that we have here now. I'm not coming here as a man who is more wiser than you, or more intelligent than you, or more hardworking than you, or a person who is a little older or much older than you. It may be a wide experience, and therefore I came here to share that experience with you. Now, in Canada, we do have a Somali law firm. I'm very proud to say that. Do you have one in Ohio?
No.
Well, I challenge you, young people, to have a law firm of your own in your state. The law firm that I just mentioned, I started it. It's now about 8 years old. But I can tell you that law firm has been made possible by the Somali community entirely. Because we made it to be a Somali law firm, the Somali community took it as a Somali law firm. Why do I say that? For those of you who hear most of the time that we come from a society or community that is being devastated by clan differences, clan bickering, clan fighting, I can tell you in my firm, I have seen one people, one family, one proud, resilient community that do not see their professionals as members of certain clans. Why? It's because of the way we project ourselves and we serve our community. And we provide that leadership, we'll have one of the most prosperous, resilient community. Now, I came here today to speak a little bit about the youth. In respect to your role as a world citizen, your role as members of a community, your role as an individual that is entirely responsible for his or her life. Now, when I say you as a member of the world citizen, you are like another youth. In America, in Europe, in Africa. And you have seen the power the youth can hold in their hands if they so choose to exercise it. For example, the American youth have made the impossible possible. It is the first time in the history of America and in the entire Western world for a black president to be nominated in America or in any other Western nation. But today that is possible. It's not only possible, it's in reality. Now, you as a member of your community, what I mean by that, I use myself as an example. I came here with a high school diploma. And as I speak to you, I do have 2 degrees, other than a law degree. And that is an element of very hard work. But that hard work may not be of much to me unless my professional ability has support, community support. I can tell you, my farm is one of the, the farms that there is a buzz always that this farm is doing very well, and on, and other lawyers say, hey, where's our business guy? We used to have so many Somalis. Well, my farm is doing good, and I'm benefiting it as an individual because of the community. And it's because of that benefit that I'm coming here today at my own expenses to give it back to the community.
Thank you.
That means our individual interest as persons is interwoven with that of the community. We cannot separate ourselves from our own community, as well as from our larger nation. So therefore, when you work hard, you ensure that your professional success academically has a bedrock of support, and that is your community. One thing I can tell you is, and this is my experience, in Canada, I don't know about the States, businesses are tribalized. In other words, businesses are based on communities. You will find Italians shopping within the Italians, the Asians shopping within the Asians, the Anglo, English shopping within their spectrum, and then when we get others, it just becomes bonus. For example, if a white person walks into my office, well, thank you, I do see that as a bonus. But the basis of our businesses are our own community. It is therefore imperative that we develop our community. Am I making any sense? Now, I know the room is a little warm, so I want to save you a lot of talks. And normally judges tell me, Mr. Doli, sit down, please. I say, Your Honor, let me finish my submission. So I don't want to go to the extent that people start walking away. Now, youth, I say, as yourself, as your own responsibilities. You can, and people have said that before me, you can only give out when you have. If you don't have, you can't give. I can tell you that the vast majority of youth, the Somali youth, particularly female youth, are extremely hardworking. That today in Ontario, Somali girls, youth, and women as well, are predominant in higher learning institutions among the minority groups. Sorry, I normally walk around and I'm talking. So it's okay. No, I'll just. So I know many of you are extremely hardworking. The boys, I know you are catching up. But the phenomena is not only confined to Somali youth. It's entire Western, let me not say Western, but North America phenomena where where men are underachievers in terms of academic. For example, in 1975, the law school in which not the law school that I completed, but the former Justice Minister of Canada, when she finished law school, there were only 3 women during that time. During my time, 60% of the law class were women. So there's a sea change of women rising up and dominating the academic area. But that doesn't mean that you guys, you fall behind. So pull up your socks. Now, you are Americans, as I am Canadian, and that's what I tell my kids. Yes, we're Somalians, but first, you're Americans, and I'm Canadian. That means you see your country as significantly important to you than anything else in the world. And if you embrace that idea, then you will be successful. If you see yourself as an outsider, you will lose. But this is your country. This is where you live. This is where you pay taxes. This is where you go to hell if everyone else go to hell. Or if there is, or if there is hurricane, you will smite by that hurricane. If there is recession, you will be part of that. You will be part of the experience of the nation. So you grow with it, embrace it, see it as your nation, see it as your country. No one is more American than you are. But at the same time, our adopted countries or our new homes, or those who are born here, your countries, there are unlimited opportunities as well as paradox. What I mean by that? Quite often, you will find that you will be treated differently, or you will feel excluded. Things like that. For example, when I walk into courts, and those who are working in that territory are not familiar with me, I walk in with my briefcase and my suit. They ask me, "Oh, are you the interpreter today?" And I smile and say, "Not today. Not today. Today I'm the counsel." And that is element of exclusion, and it can hurt you if you're not tough enough, and you have that victim syndrome ideas in you. So I don't want you to lie back and say, "Look, this is happening to me because I look this, or I'm not American." You're Americans. I'm Canadian. And the reason why those kind of little buzzes or things that I call outside noises don't bother me is because I see myself as a Canadian. Very Canadian. So whenever someone says something I don't like, I just smile back and say, "Why, you must be foolish." So I want you to embrace that and see this country as your country. I don't want you to listen to people who will tell you that you have different culture, you have this, you're Americans, first and foremost. And in that respect, I can guarantee you that you will be very successful, and you will face every obstacle that may come on your way. Now, lastly, as a Somali, you have 2 burdens. One, you have the burden to understand your parents. I have kids who are your age, and many times we don't understand one another. We don't speak the same language. We don't have the same culture, and there are a great deal of misunderstandings between the youth and the parents. And I want you to understand that and tolerate your parents if you find that they force you, to act in their own way. So And this misunderstanding is extremely serious. So when you see your parents acting in certain way, it's not because he or she is putting you down. Now, finally, the people say that you can't do nothing for Somalia, ABC. You can do a lot for Somalia. Somalia has not been torn down by tribalism as far as I'm concerned. There are many factors that we cannot go into. But the failure to understand the essence of a nation in a society, that failure is the one who brought down Somalia to its knee. And the reason why I ask you to embrace your new nation is to understand that your nation can offer you a lot, and you can offer it a lot. Thank you. I've given my business card to Wilwal. Any aspiring law student can reach me, can send me an email, and I am prepared to assist you to bring things like that.